I decided I'm going to start telling some of the stories of things that my mother did to me throughout my childhood because I don't need to keep her secrets anymore. Fuck her. So my mother, just in case anybody knows this bitch, her name's Pamela Reynolds Giorgio. She was born March 9th, 1966. Just in case you think you're thinking of the wrong Pamela Reynolds Giorgio. She doesn't have very many friends, so probably no one will see this that knows her. But this specific story I'm going to tell is about when she broke my hand, arm, wrist, and 3 fingers when I was 11. Mind you, I'm on the spectrum. Okay, so I was an 11-year-old on the spectrum that she did this to. My mom was a teenager when she married my dad. She was also a teenager when my dad divorced her, and she was pregnant with me when they got divorced. And I've never had my dad in my life, ever, ever, ever. I don't give a shit. Fuck him. I don't care. But my mother, I have an older sister that was born when my parents were married. That's why they got married. They were like 16 and 17 or something when they got married. But my mom would drop my sister and I off at my grandparents', my dad's parents' house for the weekend and not come back for several weeks to pick us up. Well, after doing that so many times, I had so much love for my grandparents. You know what I mean? They were normal. That was the only normalcy I got in my childhood, was going to my grandparents. That was my safe haven. And my mother became very envious of this. Matter of fact, her and my sister would gang up on me together when my mom would start in on me because I wouldn't badmouth my grandparents. And when she would say shit about my grandparents, I'd be like, stop talking about them. I love them. Stop. And then I get my ass kicked. But my grandmom would always send me and my sister back to my mom's house with a bunch of stuff. Like when she'd drop us off, we'd have clothes and money and food and stuff. And my mom, most of the time, would throw away that stuff my grandmom sent me home with. Just because she was an envious cunt. You know? And because I knew she did this, I hid a Casper lunchbox that my grandma got me. Because I always felt like shit because my mom would throw away those things that my grandma spent time picking out for me. I felt bad for my grandmother, if that makes any type of sense. So I hid this lunchbox, right? Casper was my favorite movie at the time. I remember where we got it too, where my grandma bought it for me. She bought it for me at Woolworths. That's how long ago this was. And my mom finds the lunchbox and throws it down the steps and it breaks. And I was so upset about this, I gave her the silent treatment. I was 11, I was starting to realize the shit she was doing wasn't right, because as a child, I thought it was normal. As a littler child, I thought it was normal. So I was giving her the silent treatment. So she didn't like that, and she's screaming at me, Megan, fucking answer me! I don't even remember what she asked me, but I stayed silent. And she starts kicking me with her feet. Mind you, I'm 11 years old. This is a grown-ass woman kicking me with her feet. And I'm blocking her kicks. And she broke the whole side of my hand, 3 fingers, and my wrist from me blocking it. She didn't take me to the hospital for 3 days. 3 days she didn't take me to the hospital. My stepdad convinced her to take me. Rest in peace, Rick. And the whole way to the hospital, she's telling me, you better fucking pray to God that hand is broken, because if that hand isn't broken, it's gonna be fucking broken. Well, my hand, arm, wrist, and 3 fingers were broken. And my mom, to this day, says it was a boxer break, meaning she thinks that means I was punching something and broke it. She convinced herself that me at 11 years old broke my own hand, arm, wrist, and 3 fingers to make her look bad. Bro, I couldn't do that at fucking this age I'm at now, let alone 11 years old. Stand the pain of breaking all those bones. The fuck out of here. So it was broken. I had to get, after the first cast, and they cut it off. They gave me an air cast for 3 days, and I was supposed to come back and get another cast that I was going to have for 8 weeks. Well, she refused to take me back. But this is the thing. It was the middle of the summer, and, you know, she rehearsed an excuse to give to the medical staff with me before we got in there. And I wish I would have told him how it really happened. But she told these medical professionals that it happened at field day, that I fell and went to catch myself and landed wrong. Why didn't he realize it was the middle of the summer and field day? I wasn't in school to have field day. The system let me down so many times. I'm the one that finally, my grandparents adopted me right before my 14th birthday. And as only because I went to my guidance counselor at school when I was 13 and told her, like, I showed her the bruises and shit after the last time my mom had whooped my ass. I was old enough to realize it wasn't normal. And I went to the guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor was like, do you really want me to call? You really sure you want me to do this? Are you really sure? Mrs. Sanders. Or was it Mrs. Levengood? I don't know. It was one of them white blonde bitches that wouldn't call until, like, I'm screaming, you need to call. I'm telling you to call. And she called, and Children U came. Whatever. But that's one story about Pamela Reynolds Giorgio, who's been divorced 4 times. She's a winner.